Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to give you 3 exercises that I found over the last 15 years help people resolve back pain extremely quickly. When you do these things correctly, one or multiple of them will help you feel significantly better in less than 60 seconds. If these 3 exercises don't help you, it's either associated with something else going on in your body structurally, or potentially related to nutrition deficits, emotional issues, or acute traumas like you actually have a broken bone right now, in which case don't do this stuff. I'm Skip Kelly. I've been helping people for the last 15 years deal with issues in their bodies and create bodies that are super fun to live in. Now, before we get into the exercises, I want to lay a little bit of groundwork. There are going to be 3 principles that help guide you on this next 10 minutes or so journey we're going to go on to discover what's going to help your back feel better right now. Principle number 1 is pain is a super healthy response of a well-functioning nervous system. It actually prevents us from damaging the body further. So we actually like pain. It's a good thing that happens to us that lets us know how to resolve things. Number 2, pain resolves when muscles get enough electrical stimulation inside of them, which we call strength. And principle number 3 is that we get stronger muscles by increasing that electrical current that goes to a muscle, thereby figuring out where insensitive or low current muscles are, and then improving the current in those muscles by doing exercises like we're going to do right now. Exercise number 1 is laying hip rotations. Now, something that's really important about this process is we're going to be focusing on strengthening and contracting muscles, feeling them squeeze at low intensities up to high intensities. I'll guide you along the process. It's never going to be about stretching the muscle or getting extra range of motion. We're really focusing on feeling those muscles and increasing that electrical current that we talked about. So the first exercise, you're going to lay down on your back, bring your arms to your side, legs all the way down, and then go ahead and bend one of your knees. We're always going to go symmetrical because we don't want to create imbalances in the process of healing things. So go ahead and bend your right knee for now. Bring your right foot to where it meets the left knee, and then gently you're just going to squeeze your right abdominal muscles without moving. Go ahead and try to squeeze those right abdominal muscles, those right oblique muscles, and a little bit of your right lower back muscles. So we're not moving anywhere. We're just seeing if you can flex those muscles as if you were flexing your bicep. And by doing that, we're kind of testing to see, can you run that electrical current to those muscles? If you have particular sensitivity or current issues in this area, it may not actually be easy for you to just squeeze them. And so as we do that, what I want you to do now is keeping the leg relaxed, keeping the upper body relaxed. See if you can just raise that right hip up off the ground a little bit, using those abdominals on that right side, obliques on that right side, and still trying to feel the lower back muscles engaged. So we're feeling this entirety of that core on that right side engaging, squeezing those muscles, allowing them to rotate over to the left side, just raising the hip up a little bit, keeping everything calm and relaxed. It's really important for your nervous system to be calm and relaxed when we're doing this process, resensitizing, especially if you're dealing with a current issue. Remember, it's not about range of motion. If anything ever feels painful or uncomfortable, just stop and go lower intensity, lower range of motion. And if you need a break, you can always take a break. So we're squeezing those muscles. Now see if we can lift a little bit higher, really engage those muscles. You should be able to feel them a lot more now. If you want to pinch the skin a little bit, just gently, it'll help stimulate that electrical current. You'll feel those muscles a little bit more, and feeling them is what's going to create the results today. So squeezing them, now try to squeeze them a little bit harder, maybe 50% as hard as you can, squeezing those muscles, allowing them to work. Just holding that, making sure you can feel them, and then slowly coming all the way down and relaxing completely. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other side, so bring that right leg down straight. Go ahead and bend the left knee so that the foot matches the right knee. And then we're going to start with the same process. See if you can flex and squeeze those left abdominals, those left obliques, the left lower back muscles. See if you can just squeeze them here without actually moving. And then really gently, see if you can just lift that hip up a little bit, squeeze those muscles on that left side, squeeze those abdominals, squeeze the obliques, squeeze the lower back, and then raise that hip up a little bit higher if it feels comfortable for you. Just allowing those muscles to work and squeeze, feeling them engage, getting that sensitivity, feeling that electricity moving through them, which is what happens when you squeeze muscles. And then see if you can raise that intensity up to about a 50%, feeling them work and engage, feeling a little bit of fatigue. That's really good. We get great chemicals, great hormones when we do that. And then slowly bringing it all the way down and relax. And just kind of feel what that feels like now to rotate in the body while you're laying down there. You might already be noticing some differences. Maybe the hips feel a little bit looser, maybe the knees feel a little bit looser. This is really going to give a lot of extra strength to every different area of your body. So consistency is always going to beat intensity with these things because we're really turning muscles back online, which is going to result in extreme strength gains really quickly relative to wherever you're at if you're injured right now. And now we're going to move on to the next exercise. So this one's going to be standing, and we're really going to be stimulating a lot of the hip muscles. And what this is going to do is give a foundation, but also give a break to all these upper abdominal, lower abdominal, and back muscles that we use so often. So as we strengthen muscles, think of it as like giving you a budget. If I gave you a budget of $1,000 to eat food for the month in America, it might be tough for you. But if I gave you a budget of $10,000 to spend on nutrition, it would suddenly feel so freeing and you felt like you could just go out to eat every single day for every single meal. It's very similar in the body. When we have pain, when we have tension, when we have fatigue or cramping, instead of trying to reduce the pain, the fatigue, the cramping, we can actually increase the budget of strength or the budget of electricity going to these areas by getting the friends to work. So if the low back is the issue, if this exercise is the one that helps you a lot, it might be because the hips are giving help to the back, which thereby allows that pain to recede and allows you to live a more comfortable life. So for this exercise, I like to call it hip circles. So you're going to bring one leg out in front. You probably want something around to balance you. So if you want to use a wall, or if you want to use a cane or a C-stand or whatever you have at your availability, you're going to bring this leg in a little bit. So you see how I'm bringing that leg in? And what you're going to do is I'm touching the ground here. I'm feeling the front side of the leg here, squeezing this quad, squeezing this inner thigh, squeezing this upper hip. And what we're going to do is we're really slowly going to draw a circle with this leg. And we're going to feel as we move this leg around that the outermost, furthermost part away from us in the hip is what we're going to try to feel. So as you come around the side here, you're going to continue to feel these muscles here, all the way to the back where we have the glutes engaging. And you're really feeling those muscles work. You don't have to turn around like a carousel like I am just to show you. So we're feeling these muscles engage and work as you move around in that hip circle. And you're really trying to stimulate these muscles. You're trying to feel them, because if you have an issue in this area, it will be harder and harder for you to feel certain parts of this motion. Any part of the motion that's hard for you to feel, go ahead and sit in that a little bit longer. Remember, we're squeezing at this really low intensity. We're not trying to rotate the foot inward or outward. We're just allowing it to relax, focusing on this hip. So what you're going to do is 3 of these hip circles, and hopefully stabilizing yourself with something if you feel like you need to. Your other leg's going to fatigue quite a bit while you do this. That's perfectly normal and is actually a part of why this exercise is so good for back problems. So we're here, we're squeezing, just sensitivity, not going to a high intensity on this one. And as you do that rotation, we're just squeezing those muscles, okay? You can always feel free to lift that leg off the ground, especially if you're holding on to something. We'll increase the intensity, increase the range a little bit. And then before you go to the left side, take a few steps around and just see, what did that do to your body? How does that feel already? Just giving some extra budget, giving some extra strength and electrical current to that right side. And then let's move on to the left side. So we're here, we're starting at the internal part, feeling all of this, feeling the quad, front of the hip, and slowly going to draw that circle, coming around the body, holding onto something, making this easy and calm. Breathing normally, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the outer hips as you circle around the body, just seeing how that feels, noticing any areas on this side where you have maybe some less sensitivity, where you have some opportunity to increase that electrical flow to those areas. Again, we're just doing 3 reps, nice and calm and slow on this side, feeling these muscles engage, feeling them work. And wherever you feel that lack of sensitivity or a little bit less flow, just sit in that place, sit in that motion, soak it up, allow the body to feel there. And then relax. And then again, kind of walk around, see what that feels like. And it's really important as you go through this process to see what each movement does to your body. Because in the future, if you ever have issues that come up, but one of these exercises helped, you can note that down and say, oh, if I do this exercise, it helps this particular thing. Ideally, you want to be doing all 3 of these exercises morning and night. Third and final exercise that you should see significant improvements in any back pain that's bothering you right now, aside from acute trauma, is going to be rotations with a push and pull. So again, we're really looking at increasing the electrical flow, the sensitivity in these muscles, which makes them stronger, which gives you a bigger budget of strength to access to help your back. So you're going to go here and you're going to be pulling your shoulders back like this, pinching your shoulders backward, squeezing those back muscles, tightening the core, the abdominal muscles. And all we're going to do is slowly, you're going to reach to your left. You're going to keep this left arm back. You're going to move this right arm forward, and you're going to squeeze these chest and torso muscles on this side like you're pushing something away from you with the right arm. So we're going pinching the shoulder blade back on the left, pushing out with the right arm. Squeezing all these torso and abdominal muscles, rotating, squeezing. We're not relaxing or stretching. We're not going to a high intensity. And then coming back, pinching the right shoulder back, pushing out with the left arm, squeezing those left torso muscles, squeezing the right shoulder back, feeling those muscles engage, squeezing all those rotation muscles. Good, breathe, squeeze, going 3 each side. So pushing out with the right arm, pulling the left arm back, squeezing all the rotation muscles gently, bringing it in, pinching the right arm back, pushing the left arm out, squeezing those left torso muscles, pinching the right shoulder back, and then last one each side, focusing on the rotation muscles now, abdominals and obliques, squeezing them at a very low intensity so you can go further and further for whatever feels comfortable for you. And then last one, squeezing, feeling those muscles work, breathing and coming back to center. And just seeing what that feels like here. Again, we're getting more and more of that electrical flow, more and more of that strength budget accessible for the muscles. And how does that feel? Now, if any of these felt better than the others, go ahead and go back and do that right now and just continue to evolve your level of sensitivity, your level of feeling, and of course the level of electricity running to these muscles so you can feel better and better, stronger and stronger, and really create a body that you love to live in. Now, to maintain the results that you got today, we want to continue doing these exercises when you wake up and before bed. These should only take about 1 minute to 2 minutes each. So we're looking at 4 to 6 minutes in the morning, 4 to 6 minutes in the evening. Once your back pain is gone or you feel better, still do these exercises maybe every other day. Or if you want to do them before and after a workout, that can be really ideal. Now, I've also got a Spotify playlist of free audio routines that you can listen to that walk you through similar exercises. Some of them are laying down, some of them are standing up. Feel free to go check those out. I'll put the link in the description. And if you feel so inclined, you can join our Mighty Networks community where you can go and share your own progress with everybody, ask questions if you've got some particular challenges or if you've got other things that you're working on right now. And finally, here's 3 principles that will really help you maintain your success and really build a beautiful body to live in. Number 1, consistency is always going to beat intensity when it comes to healing the body. Do this so regularly and talk about it so much that you get used to being the person who just feels amazing in their body every day, and everyone who knows you knows that about you. Number 2, intensity is way more fun than consistency. So try new things and really find things that are fun for you in your body. And last but not least, number 3 is your body is perfect. Any symptom that you experience, all the things that happen in your life are absolutely perfect for your body. And when you can reverse engineer why you might be experiencing a pain or a symptom, and then you help the body do what it's trying to do, you'll get results a lot faster and longer lasting. I hope this helps, and I look forward to hearing all the stories about your success with these 3 simple exercises that are so helpful for people with back pain. I'll see you in the next video.